again Haze and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to say a huge congratulations to everyone who have passed OSCE or aced it. This vlog is for you. Once you've passed OSCE, your dashboard will change to step 6, which is the application for registration. So you'll just need to follow your dashboard. It will say that you're eligible to apply and you just need to apply for. Once you're there, you will see a lot of tabs on your left hand side. So it will start with how to use this form. So you just need to read through it and then you will just tick yes for the privacy and consent. I don't have a screenshot for it, but I think it's easy to understand anyway. So now you just need to put your details in as well, and then you put your address. So for the address, I always get this question about the principal place of residence. So if you're in Australia, you will need to put your Australian address, or otherwise if you're offshore, then you need to put your Philippine address, or you just declare as Philippines because you're not practicing in Australia yet. So let's proceed to the next one, which is the verification of identity. So there will be a category list that they will provide you, A, B, and C, but most of us doesn't fall on that. So we can't provide those documents unless it's really applicable to you, then you tick yes. Otherwise, you just tick no, and we'll proceed to the next one. So we're now in the proof of identity section. So this one, you can actually choose an Australian visa for category A. Since most of us or most nurses who are coming to take the OSCE will have a valid tourist visa unless it's expired. So you just choose Australian visa and then you put the expiry date wherein it's actually in your grant letter. So you just put that in, and then the second part you can actually put your Philippine passport. So you just need to put the expiry date and the details of your passport, and then you move. If you can't provide anything from category A and B, they would still require you to submit any identification that listed in category C. So most of the offshore nurses, especially who are coming here to take the exam, they try to apply for a bank account in Australia, so they will have another identification that they can submit to AHPRA. But I don't know if that's enough. I'm not really sure. I haven't talked with anyone yet who have done it, but I actually heard and saw one post before that they need to submit that so that they won't be required to present in person. Otherwise, if you can't really submit anything that to prove your identity, AHPRA would really require you to come here again before they finish your registration. So you just need to clarify that with AHPRA. Now we're in the previous examination part. So it will ask you if you have taken NCLEX RN and you have passed it. So if they authorize you, if AHPRA approved it, regardless if it's Australia or US. So you just need to take yes for that, and you will just need to choose which country you have finished that. So if it's Australia, then you put Australia, otherwise you put which state or United States, and then you just need to put which board of nursing you have taken NCLEX. So I think that in the registration history, so it will ask you if you are currently, previously been, or had any license from overseas or in Australia for the past 5 years. So of course, if you're a Philippine nurse, you will need to declare your PRC license, or if you have an active US license, you have to declare that as well. There are some people who are actually not declaring some of their license, which is I don't know if that's all right, but I don't know if AHPRA would be able to track that as well. But it's really up to you, because whatever you declare, you need to submit certificate good standing from every board of nursing that you have put in your application, or else they won't grant your registration. So I hope that's clear. So you just need to fill in the details there, like registered from, when is the expiry, what profession, and from which country you got that registration. So now we're in the practice history. So AHPRA will require you to put all your employment details since you became an RN. So you'll just need to fill in the details there. So you just need to put the company name, the position, Was it a full-time job? Where country was it? And then you will just need to put all the total hours that you have worked there. So it depends on how many hours per week you have worked in that specific facility or hospital. You just need to multiply it on how many years of experience you've been there, and then you just need to put the estimated total of hours that you work. Also, you will need to actually put from recent to oldest, and you just need to put your employment details as well, so from where you start and you finish it. So you just need to do that for all your employments, and you'll move on to the next one. So now we're in the English language skills part. So this one, most of us falls to the English language test pathway, unless you've studied nursing in one of the countries that like US, Canada, then they will actually waive that. But most of us, we need to take an English test. So make sure when you apply for registration that you have a valid English exam, or else you will need to take it again, because AHPRA won't accept expired ones. So most English tests are valid for 2 years, and they actually accept 1 or 2 sittings as long as it's within 6 months, I think, and you meet all the requirements. So I would always advise to take PTE because that's the easiest than taking IELTS or OET. So yeah, you just need to meet at least 65 for each SAT test for you to be able to meet your requirements. Now we're in the exposure prone procedures. So this one actually varies where you work. So if you actually don't know where you're working and you don't know if you're gonna handle bloodborne diseases, so you just take notes, so don't make it complicated, because every year when you renew your license they will also ask the same question. So it really depends on your facility where you're working if they will require you to do some blood tests for HIV, hepatitis later on. So that's all right. So just take note, and then you'll move on to the next one. I have mentioned in my previous vlog about the difference of police check and the international criminal history check. So AHPRA requires you to get the ICHO, the International Criminal History Check, for them to be able to clear you from your character reference. So that specific AIS or fit to work will actually give you a reference number, which you will need to put in your application, or else you won't be able to submit your application for registration. So you'll just make sure you just put that number in, and then they will check. The professional indemnity insurance. So it will just ask you if you commit to have professional indemnity insurance while you work as an RN in Australia, or where you have the registration. So of course, most facilities or hospitals, they will actually cover you with it. Otherwise, if you join a union, they also have that covered for you. So don't worry about it. You just take yes and move on to the next one. The next 3, which are impairment, conduct and behavior, and obligations. I actually don't have a slide for it. Sorry for that. But you'll just need to actually read through it. So if you have any impairment, if not, then you just take no, and then you just answer the questions for the conduct and performance, and of course the obligations. And then we'll move on to the document upload. For the documents that needs to be uploaded, it really depends on what identification you have completed in the first part of the application. So it will just ask you to upload those documents. If you need to upload your visa grant, if you need to upload your passport, a bio page, and also your COEs for the experience for the last 5 years, or at least 450 hours. So that's enough for AHPRA, or whatever experience you have actually declared there. So you just need to submit a certificate of experience or statement of service. As well as you just need to tick that you acknowledge that you need to submit a certificate of good standing to AHPRA by dealing it with your specific board of nursing. So you just need to complete that, and make sure you follow the guidelines of AHPRA certification, because all documents must be certified, or it has to be certified through copy. So you just need to follow the guidelines of how to do it, and you'll be fine, or else they will ask you to repeat it again. Alright, hope it's clear. After that, there will be a summary page where you just need to review whatever you have filled in, and then I think that's the last part. and then you'll move on to the payment. Okay, we're now at the last part of the application. Yay! So of course you need to pay for the registration. It's not free, unfortunately. So it will say that the application fee is $309 plus the registration fee is $180. So it's total of 489 Australian dollars. So you'll have to pay it or else you won't be able to submit the application. So if you've actually grant your a registration between April 1 to May 31, so you won't need to renew it for the same year. It will be for the May 31 the following year. Otherwise, you need to pay another 180. So it's renewable every year and you have to pay 180 unless they change it. And yep, you just need to review it and then you just need to put all your details in for the payment and you just need to pay. And once you've paid and submitted your application, you can just go back to your dashboard and it will actually give you a status update for your application. So there will be stages. So first, of course, you will have the application receipt. So when the date will appear there, and then you just need to actually track where you're in. Your registration officer will actually contact you if you miss anything, or they need to require more documents from you. Otherwise, you just need to wait. So you just make sure you actually process your certificate of good standing. Of course, your international criminal history check should be on the way, so they will actually send it directly to AHPRA, so you won't need to do anything with that. And then I think that's it. So you'll just need to wait unless for the instructions, and then wait until the day that you get your registration. So okay. Some people might be required to present in person. So what does it mean? So for offshore nurses, they actually need to come back again to go to AHPRA office, or I don't know if they still do video calls, but they would need you to require that, or else they won't actually give you the registration. So you'll just need to see if you actually have submitted enough identification with them. And also some nurses says that they were actually required to submit curriculum vitae or CV or resume to AHPRA, so you'll just need to wait and see if they will require as well. So it's actually case-to-case basis of what they will ask the nurses, so it depends on your qualification as well. So yes, so AHPRA doesn't require experience. So if you don't have any experience in the practice history, you'll just need to click no, and then they say it's fine. So once you're registered, you will receive an email from AHPRA that you have successfully applied for your general registration. So your registration certificate, it will be in your dashboard and you can download that. So all your details will be there. So there will be one condition there, of course, because you will need to finish your stage 2 orientation phase. It's an online, so about 2 hours to do. So you just need to go through it and that will be removed later on. So you just need to do it within 6 months. Otherwise, it will just stay there. So might as well do it as soon as you can. So yeah, so once you got this one, so you're officially Australian registered nurse. So congratulations. Once you're registered with AHPRA, you can actually start doing your ANMAC as well. Also, you can actually start your job hunting. So it depends on your experience. I would always advise to have an RN experience while you're doing OBA, because it will help you land a job easily. Yeah, so you can actually apply for work, look for job sponsorship such as 482, which is a working visa, or if you're lucky and you're onshore, you can actually apply for 186 or direct permanent residency visa. So yeah, so I think that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this will help you apply for registration smoothly, and congratulations again for making it this far. I know the feeling when you've passed OSCE, everything's there. So make sure that you have all your documents ready prior application for registration, so it won't delay your registration. So unless you have everything, then that's the only time you'll get it. And one more thing, the application will take about 2 weeks, depends on your compliance with the requirements. So if you have a complete requirements, it might be less than that as well if you're lucky, or else it might be longer. So good luck everyone, and I wish you all the best, and I hope everyone will get to this point. And thank you so much for your time. And I hope you'll subscribe and watch all my vlogs. And please follow my page as well. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye.